Yeah, yeah. You mentioned you didn't want to go down that traditional route. Was it hard sticking to your beliefs when there's people throwing money at you and you've got all these options?
No, because I knew that I would be fine if I just owned my music. Because everybody sold their music, and then that's why all my peers just disappeared for like 20 years. And then they pop up, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey," because I understood how the contracts went, but there was nothing new under the sun. See, it was the same for everyone. It doesn't matter if you were on the cover of when they used to have music magazines in the UK up the wazoo, but Enemy Sounds, Melody Maker, you're on the cover of all that stuff, uncut, loaded, every single one. That doesn't mean anything. You know, you could go all day long. They'll in the back of Mojo. And they'll every month they'll be talking about something else, and then you'll look at my band and it'll say that we got 900,000 people on Spotify listening to us a month, but they'll pop up somebody every month and will say who's the greatest thing in the world, who's got like 42,000 people listening to him, you know? And it's the same thing, you know, you can't look at any of that stuff, I guess.
I respect that you stuck to your way of doing it and stuff. Do you think
Well,
like
the point is for the most part, if I could do it, anybody else could do it. And now we've seen like Fontaine's DC and shit prove that to be true, even though they did go more traditional with the help. I think that they needed the business help because the size that they were messing around with, the growth after about 10 years, that growth level, they actually needed that, you know.
do you think the music business hinders a band's creativity?
Excuse me?
Do you think the music business like hinders a band's creativity?
Well, yeah. I mean, this business sucks. It's one of these funny things that, you know, people, they spend so much time thinking about how to rip other people off and do all these different things and figuring out all these tricks, but they won't figure out that on Google that there's something about every contract is in there, and they won't learn anything about the music business, that it's absolutely impossible to pay those record deals back. And that's the trick. That's the trick is the labels always make money and get rid of you when you don't make money, but you don't make money. You owe them money because that's just the way that they do it because they've got in-house people and they've got a cut of everything, you know? So, but then they end up owning your music, you know? But now it's just so weird, you know, because they got a cut of the digital, the big companies, and there's so much stuff. It's just crazy, you know?